So week 63 of my financial journey to financial freedom is going to be more of an update this week for the purpose of documentation and just sharing what I learned along the whole process so we can look back in time and say, I went from here and eventually we ended up there. So the focus of last week continues on from the last week's video, which I'll add up here, which is trying to grow organically using Instagram mainly, but through social media to improve traffic towards my print-on-demand store. And the strategy that I outlined was talking about organic traffic and how you can't just post out your content and hope for the best, because you have to actually reach out and actually comment and message and like as many posts as you possibly can that are relevant to your stuff in order for you to reach a lot more people, because otherwise you're just not going to get found. Not in this century anyway. And so I've been doing that this week along with the Money Your Concern Instagram page, but I've probably added another 75 followers to the Instagram page, making it up to 160 now, which is way faster than it would have ever been had I just posted the content and hoped for the best. So absolutely going through the relevant hashtags and commenting and messaging as many relevant people as you possibly can. That definitely is the way to go to grow faster on Instagram if you're not looking to pay money obviously for ads. So with the more followers, how does this translate into the website? In the bio that you get on the top of your Instagram page, obviously I have a link to my website. So I was hoping that the more followers I get there, the more interest I'll get onto that. And so I looked on the analytics onto the website, and sure, there are more followers. But unfortunately, this hasn't translated into any sales still. And this could be because, obviously, I still need to build trust of the brand. It's still relatively new and only 160 followers. So obviously I do need to be patient with this, but I also need to think of ways that I can make the website as customer friendly as possible. So for everybody who clicks on there, they're going to be more willing to purchase or at least spend more time on the website and enjoy the content that I have to offer. And so the main thing I address of that is, I looked at trying to improve the website performance speed this week. And I took you through this whole process in a video which I did a couple of days ago. And I'll add it up here as well so you can check it out. And this was just a quick fix. I'm not a website developer, I don't really know what I'm doing exactly. But I used a plugin called WP Rocket. And that sped up my website from 6.3 seconds to 2.6 seconds for an overall load time. Which is great, because if you haven't heard, there's some research that says if your website takes longer than 3 seconds to load, then 40% of people click off. Which is massive, really. So you need to make sure your website is performing well and easy to use for the customers. So doing this process helped, and check out that video if that's something that you definitely need to use for your website too. But still, with all this effort, none of these had translated into more sales on my website. I think generally, especially with organic growth, it's going to be slower and it's going to take time to build trust with your brand. Obviously it's a brand new website and I'm selling products on there, so like who knows who could be selling stuff on there. So it needs to be a much bigger brand and much more well known, and for them to constantly see you putting out positive, good, useful content before I think somebody's going to be more confident enough to purchase the t-shirts and the designs that I've created. So patience is going to be key, but again, obviously I'm trying to share my progress here and I want to share everything I learned, so I'm going to be continually testing out different things, probably with the website and with my marketing strategy, and hopefully I can come back with some news that I've finally got my first sale, and I'll let you know the kind of things that are working to get myself there. And obviously I'll be sharing with you also all the faults that I find I've been making that have been making my website bad and need improving. Just so if you go through this process of building your own print-on-demand store or your own website, it's all going to be useful for you when you can follow along and follow from my journey to make it better for yourself so you can reach financial freedom too, hopefully. As for next week's plans, I want to try and aim to reach 250 followers at least, so hopefully when you check this out next Thursday I'll be at that point. And I'll continue to search around and see how I can improve my website and make it better and more trustworthy and more appealing to the customer. And so I'll let you know what I find and how that all goes next Thursday, so be sure to check out that video and continue to see the updates and how I'm progressing to make money online and one day achieve financial freedom, as I share everything I learn with you along the way. Oh, and I hope you also enjoy the other videos that I've been putting out lately with Money Your Concern. All sorts of different things, from short videos to slightly longer format videos, all about the stock market and online business and anything that I think hopefully will be useful to you. So I'd love some feedback on that as well. Let me know. Thanks. See you next week.